Thank you so much, Mr. Kher. Justice G.S. Singhvi and the members of the COMPAT are a team, and you have shared and put forth the vision of this team, and that is greatly appreciated. Dr. Singhvi said the first step when he talked about Ayn Rand and quoted that how criminal law had at once upon a time more focus. It's like the problem child at home. The parents end up spending more time, energy and resources to mainstream that child. But that does not mean that you ignore the child who carries forth the values and the sentiments of the family. So hence the competition law and its significance. And of course this significance carries forward not just to the companies that are creating an environment to function well, but also very importantly the consumers. So on this note, I'd like to invite our very esteemed guest for the special address, that is the chairperson of the Competition Commission of India, Mr. Devinder Kumar Sikri. Mr. Sikri was formerly an Indian Administrative Services Officer of the Gujarat cadre. He has, of course, he superannuated as Secretary, Department of Justice. He was Secretary, Department of Women and Child Development. He was the person working very closely with the census, and of course, he was the collector of Jamnagar. So many spheres of working, and now in his role as chairperson of the Competition Commission of India, he is able to take forth all this experience. Today we greatly miss Mr. Dua, who was formerly part of the CLBA, and on behalf of the CLBA and all the people present here, thank you, sir, for being with us, and may I hand over to you.
Thank you. Honorable Mr. Justice A.K. Sikri, Judge of the Supreme Court, Mr. Rajiv Kher, Member of COMPAT, Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Senior Advocate and Member of Parliament, Mr. Ramji Srinivasan, Senior Advocate and President of the CLBA, Mr. Atul Dua, my colleagues from the Competition Commission of India, Member Appellate Tribunal, COMPAT Anita Kapoor, friends, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. After Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, I think you feel really intimidated, because the Competition Commission, through COMPAT and through the eyes of the various advocates who have seen the law more than a person standing before you now, one gets the feeling as if we are, the Competition Commission is there to receive both the bouquets and the brickbats, as Ramji said just now to me. Well, we don't mind that, and we are not averse to it, because the process starts with us, the Competition Commission. And it's the first stage, so naturally there will be levels at which the decisions or whatever we do will be looked into, commented upon, and we always look forward to such a guidance, both from the institution which are above us, the COMPAT, and later, of course, the High Courts and Supreme Courts, as well as from the outset. And to that extent, I think the CLBA needs to be complimented for organizing this event today and for inviting us. I must congratulate you for conceiving this conference and for giving it the shape. As far as the Competition Commission is concerned, we all know how it came into being, and it went through a process. But finally, as Mr. Singhvi said, the actual operation began from 2009 onwards. Without getting into details of the reason which caused the delay between the setting up and its actual commencement, all I would say is that the Commission has been working since then very assiduously to meet the objectives which have been laid out in the law, and trying to see that the markets, they behave competitively and the stakeholders are better off in the liberalized economic scenario. The Parliament, while amending the law, also provide for the oversight body like COMPAT, and the filter they have created through the COMPAT has been very greatly helpful to us, and they're working in tandem with the Commission. And I must say that this has greatly facilitated the working of the law working of the Commission in implementing the law. As in other jurisdictions, the Commission passes remedial orders in Sections 3 and 4 and also accords approval for merger and acquisitions under Section 5 and 6 of the Act. In the last 7 years of its work, we have registered over 800 cases and have passed final order in over 600 cases. The Commission directed investigation in over 350 cases. But over the year, the percentage of investigation orders have been steadily declining. Let me say in the last year, 80% of the cases we passed orders for closure at the prima facie stage, which suggests that the threshold at which the Commission is now adopting with experience for assessing the anti-competitive behavior is improving and is growing in stature. In merger reviews, out of 500 merger notifications, more than 99% have been approved without modification and within the stipulated period laid down in the law. Now, competition law is not a simple law. It's a mix of law and economics applied to the markets, and that to markets of 21st century, which are becoming more and more dynamic. Its application requires substantial legal and economic analysis, and those working in the Commission, they have to constantly keep pace with the ever-increasing changes in the industry and economic landscape. During the international events, we have observed that even the mature jurisdiction, having decades of enforcement experience, they are grappling with some of the very complex issues and in the emerging new markets. Young jurisdictions like CCI, they are not an exception. They also are struggling. One of the common challenges before all the competition authorities, which emerges from these conferences, is the digital markets as well as the disruptive technologies. They're all engaging our attention, and understanding of the issues arising from them are being addressed internally as well as in international meetings. Along with, Commission has been continuously streamlining its procedures through amendments of its regulation and making processes more and more stakeholder friendly and to bring greater transparency. In our journey of implementing the Act, Legal Fraternity as well as the Competition Law Bar Association have played a very vital role. We are indeed very happy and to see a very responsible and very responsive competition bar emerging and evolving in the country in such a short time since the commencement of the enforcement of the competition law. Working together, we are seeing jurisprudence emerging gradually, and we expect this to be consolidated further in the days to come. Along with all this, along with some of the insights, dissections provided by eminent persons like Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, I'm sure would help in effective implementation of the law in the country. Let me take this opportunity to just touch the point which he made about penalties. No doubt penalties attract attention. I mean, this is something which is very easy. But Commission, I have always said, and I repeat, we don't favor penalties. We enforce them only when they become a must. But I must also say that the penalties are levied keeping in mind their proportionality. They look very big at times, but if seen against the public harm for which the tools and the methods that we have to develop in this country is seen along with, they may not look as dangerous as they tend to look at times. We have seen a jurisdiction where claims are filed for damages, and that is a measure of the public harm. But so far, I mean, though there is a provision in the law we have, but this is not happening so far in the country. We expect this to grow, and I'm sure if that happens, once that happens, the penalties may look very, very reasonable and proportional. Friends, today markets are global, and because of the extraterritorial jurisdiction of the Act, we need to keep abreast with the development taking place not only in our country but across the world. After assuming office, I've attended few international events, including the ICN at Singapore last year, in 2016, this year. I find that the non-government agencies, they have a very important role to play and work with the respective competition authorities to produce work products and papers. They have been very active in these conferences, even in the technical session. We see in the Commission, we see a lot of synergies in the work of the competition authorities and the non-government agencies. We shared this, discussed this in the Commission, and now we have decided to nominate non-government agencies on behalf of the CCI from 2017 onwards. The Commission has taken this decision after engaging with stakeholders and has shortlisted 7 law firms and 2 organizations, including CLBA, as the non-government agencies for the next conference. The individuals from these firms' organization would be nominated by rotation for the ICN annual conference and for the workshops for the working groups of the ICN. While speaking of the International Competition Network, ICN, I'm sure by now you must be all aware that the ICN 2018 will be held in India. With this, CCI becomes a member of the steering committee of the ICN for a period of 3 years. In this scenario, all our NGOs will need to very actively engage with us and work with us for preparing the ICN 2018. The CLB is already associating with CCI in preparing a competition compliance manual, and we are hoping to see an excellent work product in the form of a manual soon. We expect that this will be very useful and provide guidance to corporates and stakeholders in improving competition compliance in the country, which we are, of course, addressing through a lot of advocacy programs. And to tell Mr. Singhvi, we are doing our bit, and in the last 6 months, about 66 programs have been organized. We are trying to reach out to every possible stakeholder, be it industry, be it business association, industry association, universities, law schools, whosoever is connected with the competition law. I think we are trying to reach out to them. And I was very happy to hear yesterday when somebody rang me up that, that Mr. Birla has taken some 160 professionals to Dubai for a training in competition law. And he has called some eminent speakers to talk to them. That's very encouraging. We also believe that competition compliance is more important than competition and the enforcement of the law. The agenda of conference is touching on the very right topics, and I'm sure they will be very engrossing with the very able speakers from the judiciary, from the bar, and the competition authorities. I will wish the conference a success, and I'm sure that the technical session would highlight and unfold global perspectives along with the evolution of Indian jurisprudence, that is, as it has taken place, and there will be substantive takeaways at the end of the event. I request Mr. Ramji Srinivasan and the host to share those outcomes with us so that we also